Ghee is clarified butter. To make ghee, I first start off using a stainless steel saucepan set at medium to medium-high heat. The butter I'm using is unsalted Kerrygold. I keep my butter frozen, so melting this will take a while. I'm not going to cut out of this shot, I'm just going to fast forward the bit until it's done melting. I don't stir the butter as it melts, but use a pot to slosh it around. It took about 4.5 minutes for the frozen butter to completely melt. The cooking of the butter does two things. It removes the water through evaporation. That's what the crackling sound is. And the second is to separate the milk solids. Some will remain on top as a froth, and some will float to the bottom. It's important not to burn the solids that sink to the bottom. To prevent burning the ghee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the temperature to medium-low. I'm still sloshing the pot around because I'm taking a look at the milk solids that have sunk to the bottom. I don't want any of that to burn because that will burn my ghee. The clarification part still takes some time. I'm going to speed this up, but will not cut out. It took an additional 2.5 minutes for this thing to get to this stage. Most of the water has already evaporated, the crackling sound has reduced. This is pretty much cooked. I've already cut the power. I'm letting the ghee cool down before I strain it. The milk solids at the bottom of the pot have browned but not burned because the color of the ghee is still a nice golden color. Any darker and the ghee would be considered burned. To separate the froth and the milk solids at the bottom of the pot, I'm going to line a noodle basket strainer with a coffee filter. The noodle basket strainer I picked up at an Asian grocery store. Carefully pour the ghee into the coffee filter. Try not to get the ghee outside of the coffee filter. You want the coffee filter to be responsible of removing the milk solids. I put the straining basket on top of a glass container. This is an airtight glass container with a snap-on lid. The coffee filter does a good job, but as you can see, it's not that porous. there's a pool of ghee still in the filter itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the current filter and swap out with another one, and then carefully pour the contents of that filter that you see into the new coffee filter. And this is the final result. This is shelf stable as long as it's kept in an airtight container, and I'm gonna let this thing cool down before I snap on the airtight lid. At room temperature, ghee will turn into a pale yellow color and will solidify.